It's your boy ConcertViz34. Dave Matthews Band 2020 tour dates are out. We're going to talk about it for the summertime tour. Let's look at a couple factors that led up to where we are and led up to the rumors that some of these were very credible and they're true. All right, I made a video about them, and a lot of these things are true. Shout out to antsmarching.org, Chad Dizzy, the rest of the crew at Ants Marching in those forums. A lot of credible sources with a lot of credible connections, right? So we heard sales were down last year. Alpine, sales down. Hartford, sales down. And now Alpine came back after a year off, but still, sales down compared to what they used to get, right? Deer Creek, sales down, right? They sold out the amphitheater lawn barely full, but when you look at the attendance numbers, they were down from 2018 to 2019. And from 2019, you look back 5 or 6 years ago, it's dropped as even further, right? Okay, only sellouts, Des Moines, Iowa, Denver for the 2 shows. By the way, Denver for 2 nights sold better than Camden, New Jersey, right? Camden didn't sell as well as Denver, right? And Camden is a very popular venue that gets 2 nights consistently from this band, including this year, right? So you have only a few sellouts, right? And you may say, oh, well, these venues are mostly full. Yeah, but percentage sold matters to promoters, right? Hartford sold 51% of its actual capacity, 61% of what they had, because they went from 30 to 24,000 for DMB. That's how many they were going to sell, because they knew it was going to be lower demand than years past. So when percentage sold is down, promoters get worried. Venues aren't going to be as happy to give you a better date, right? So that's a factor. You don't sell out these shows like you used to. You have percentage sold at Alpine and Deer Creek and Hartford down. Things are going to change for more fair weather venues or venues down south. Other thing, you have a lot of acts that are coming off hiatus to tour these amphitheaters. And they booked before DMB. A lot of these comeback bands booked with nostalgia in mind to get prime dates before DMB. Was a little later to the gun per sources from antsmarching.org. They're a little later to the gun to book these shows to get things talked out with the venues. So you're going to have certain venues that were gone because of that, right? And here is the other thing here. DMB is not the giant must-see show for a lot of these venues, especially here in Connecticut, right? DMB 10, 15 years ago, 30,000, 25,000, 26,000. Last year, 15,000. One show, not 2 or not 3 like they used to have. So country has been the new DMB for the last 10 to 15 years. And country, it's starting to go a little downhill. Zach Brown is popular, but he's had these couple new albums people don't care about. He's going a little down. Country is going down. Hip-hop is going up, all right? You may not listen to hip-hop. Hip-hop is taking these weekends, all right? You have Future. You have Drake. You have sometimes Meek Mill does tours, right? You have J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. I've seen J. Cole sell 30,000 at the Meadows like DMB used to do in Hartford. All right, I've seen Kendrick Lamar get close to that. I'm talking 23, 24,000 plus for a weekday show for Kendrick, right? These rappers are selling more at some of these amphitheaters than DMB for head-to-head venues that got cut this year, right? So that's the reality. That's the time we live in. DMB's had a great run of sales. They still sell well, but things are changing. So what happens? The shows are going to get cut. 2018, 47 summer tour shows. 2019, 46 shows. 2020, 39 summer shows as of January 22nd, 2020. They'll probably add maybe some miscellaneous festivals. Who knows? But 39 shows, according to the DMB Almanac, compared to 46 last year, 47 2 years ago. All right, they're cutting shows. The band is getting older. Carter is older. And they're not selling as well. So you're going to have less shows. Things were cut, right? Texas. No Texas. That's the big thing. People are very upset who live in Texas because they typically either start the tour there or last year they had some other southern shows. And that was the real, all right, these are the big Texas two-step shows. All right. I'm not saying Texas sold well, but Texas isn't a DMB hotbed. There are fans there. A lot of people live in DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth. A lot of people have relocated from the Northeast down to Houston. But those are not DMB like, oh, everyone loves DMB here. No, that's not the case. There's a lot of fans that show up. They do great shows there, but it's not a Like from day one, DMB had tons of fans in Houston and tons of fans in Dallas. So those are cut, all right? Maybe they didn't book the venues in time. Maybe, again, some other nostalgia acts stole those dates. Who knows? But those are gone. And look, everything is up in the air now. Alpine is out, all right? There's no Alpine this year. Milwaukee is where they're going to get a sellout, right? The percentage sold. Milwaukee is in a city where Alpine is out in the country and it's not a profitable venue. DMB sales are down there. So it's no shocker they're booking Milwaukee, as some of the Ants Marching rumor posters were saying, instead of Alpine. Because, look, Alpine, it's a sad thing, but it's losing traction. And it may close soon. It may stay open for limited weekends. But DMB, they're probably not going to go back to Alpine. They may go back, but they may not. Milwaukee, Michigan has 2 shows now. That's where they're going to go for the Midwest. Deer Creek is still a mainstay, right? But Alpine is out, right? No Hartford. This is the big one, right? There's no Hartford. And again, 51% of that venue sold. Yes, the lawn is 22,000 people. That's still not a good look for promoters. That's not a good look for the band to sell 51% of a venue they used to sell out for 2 nights. At some points, 3 nights they were filling that thing up for a couple years as well. All right. I warned people about this, and that's what it is. We have Mohegan Sun for 2 nights. So the thing is, people don't want to drive to Mohegan. Okay, I'll take the tickets. I'll go. It's not going to be the same outdoor atmosphere. I understand those concerns. This is the new normal. DMB is changing. The concert industry is changing. Look at Pearl Jam. They don't have a Boston show for this tour. Shout out to my boy Matt Souden. He's got to go down to MSG, if that, to see Pearl Jam. This is the new reality with concerts. These venues are trying to maximize percentage sold. Older acts are limiting their touring. And there are a lot of people booking these shows to get a tour going fluidly so the crew can move show to show. Not everything aligns. So these things, stars align, percentage sold, what promoters are looking at for how much the venues are selling. These things matter now more than ever because everyone is trying to maximize their profits in this industry. And the industry is losing overall. You have your big acts, BTS and other stuff that sells out. Overall, people aren't paying as much for shows as they used to, and there's less tickets being sold by Ticketmaster. Hence this whole Ticketmaster Platinum idea. You take these seats, pretend they're sold out, create false anxiety and worry and demand, and then boom. People think it's sold out. They think it's bigger than it actually is. And you have empty seats for Dead & Company shows or seats discounted the day before. This is the new normal, all right? I will say I'm shocked Denver isn't on the list. It sold out 2 nights. It sold better on the weekend last year than Camden did, and it had some great shows. But again, this is the new normal with the band. They're going to Irvine for 2 shows, all right? They're going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. They're doing Durant, Oklahoma for 2 shows, right, at the end of their tour. So Denver just didn't make it for any of their venues. And obviously people, Red Rocks, it's not happening, okay? It's not happening. It may happen towards the end, like their last tour, or maybe they do something special, but at this time, not. All right, we got some venues back. Merriweather Pavilion is back after some time off, a long time off of some years. Pittsburgh, Burgettstown, Pennsylvania is back, right? It wasn't there last year. Again, scheduling. Things are going to be up in the air. Things are going to keep changing. Venues are going to come and go. Some venues go away forever. The new normal. Lakeview is back, Syracuse, right? So again, scheduling, they got it in this time. And like I said, Irvine, 5 Points Amphitheater, built in 2017, smaller than the Irvine Meadows, the older venue that, they don't play anymore as far as DMB. They're going smaller. Another trend with this band, they are going to smaller venues. Again, percentage sold. The band, yes, people, it's money, money, money. Yeah, the band can be greedy. They released a Hollywood Bowl for over $100. Red Rocks, which is a better show on vinyl, was like $70 or $80, right? So you're paying $20 to $30 more minimum for a lesser popular, newer show that's not as good, that doesn't have Boyd Tinsley, that doesn't have Tim Turned Down, right? Band is about their money in some cases. In other cases, it's about the percentage sold. It's about trying some new things. Grand Rapids, Michigan, getting an arena show, right? They're back to Vancouver, British Columbia after some years off. here. I think 2018 they hit up that, or maybe a little before that, with the fall tour, some tour. They hit up Vancouver, British Columbia, right, for that arena where the Canucks play. So the band is changing things. Here's what I can tell you. Here is what I like about this tour, especially in the Northeast. You have a lot of two-night stands that now stick out. They've cut a lot of the fat. 46 shows last year, 39 this year. You have 2 shows at Mohegan, 2 shows at Deer Creek to start off. You have a couple Ohio's, 2 in Chicago. You have a couple little off, Michigan, whatever. SPAC for 2 shows. Guilford for 2 shows. That's just the first half of the year. What that means is, look, take some time off of work if you can. If you don't have kids like me, take midweek off. Travel to a venue a little further, travel to a venue you've never been to, and you're going to get midweek shows in Mohegan, midweek shows in Guilford, New Hampshire, or go to weekend shows in SPAC or Chicago, wherever, right? This is great. I'm happy about this because this is what I can do. First off, I can take midweek off, right, from work. That means Monday I'm going into work. I'm taking care of all the crazy stuff. I'm leaving work Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm off from Mohegan. Then I'm going to go into July. I'm going to take some time off for the week of Guilford and Mansfield, right? Maybe going Monday, right? Tuesday, I'm off. If you have time off from work, some people don't. Some people, your job is tough, and I respect those people. Some people, you may be deployed, military stuff, police officers. I salute the servicemen, the police officers, firefighters, first responders. Some of you guys, not as much. Some of you with kids, hey, it's not going to work. This is the new normal. Maybe you get to one show, maybe you don't. But you're not, if you don't get to a show, it's not the end of the world, right? The band's prime is over. The band is still playing. I'm happy they're still touring. And they have some good pros to me. They have some cons. But look, this is the new normal. You have to travel further. Shows are going to be swept under your feet that you thought would never be taken off. Hartford, the Texas Two-Step, which had its mainstay that, look, the rest of the South is unknown, and Texas Two-Step is there. It's gone. This is the new normal with this band. But I'm excited for these 2-night stands. You're going to get more diversity. You take some time off, travel. If you can't make your local show, travel to Deer Creek, travel to Mohegan, travel to Guilford, New Hampshire, which I'll be going to because my girl lives in New Hampshire 2 hours away. I'm going to chill at her crib. We're going to go up to Guilford another hour, and then we're going to have a fun time midweek. And Guilford shows are great. Hartford shows were great. The Mohegan Sun show in 2018 was amazing. I'm expecting big things. Remember, in 2010, the band started in Connecticut. They had one of their best, liberated shows of all time. All right? People are worried, what are they going to play? Connecticut is going to be great for those 2 shows. Free parking, casino, food. After the show, I'm grabbing Krispy Kreme donut. I hope to see some of you guys there too after the shows. Because again, there's things to do there. It's a casino. There's hotels down the street. You can take a shuttle so you don't have to drink and drive, or get a hotel at Mohegan Sun. All right? This is going to be a great summer for the band just because of how the tour is set up. I'm worried about an alleged new album. I don't want a new album to flood the set list, right? Even if it's 3 or 4 songs, right? But I also don't want Come Tomorrow to stay around. I want Come Tomorrow. We had it. It's great. Bye. But at the end of the day, whether they have a new album or not, there's going to be some diverse sets. There's going to get more quality instead of quantity. And the one-night stands that have been cut, look, if you went to a one-night stand, it was going to be cookie cutter. Now you have 2 shows in Connecticut, 2 shows in Deer Creek, 2 shows in SPAC, 2 shows in Guilford, etc., etc. Irvine, California has 2 shows. Oklahoma has 2 shows. Texas Two-Step, you can't make that. Take some time off in mid-September after Labor Day, Durant, Oklahoma, for 2 arena shows, right? 6 total arena shows. Again, they're getting smaller with these tours. That's all I got for now. It's your boy ConserViz34. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I'm thinking about going on Instagram Live later tonight. We will see. I'll put a poll up on Twitter. Let me know. It's your boy ConserViz34. Peace.